Now, if you're fed up with getting through to foreign call centres when you ring your local bank, you might be interested to know the message has got through to one bank, Santander. It's bringing its call centres back to the UK. The Spanish banking group, which took over Abbey and then added Bradford and Bingley and Alliance and Leicester to its stable, has just completed a project to bring the work back to the UK, hiring 500 staff in the process. For the last 8 years, the bank's call centres have been based in India. Well, let's speak to Chris Roebuck, who's an international banking expert. Hello there, Chris. Now,
Hi.
Is this a publicity stunt, really due to hard commercial reasons, or is the bank really listening to its customers?
It's a combination of all three, and it's certainly fair to say that the banks originally moved everything out there in a response to a drive to save money. But what they forgot was one of the most basic tenets of good customer service, that actually your customers like to be served by people they can relate to, by people that are similar to them. That's why, you know, French banks have French people providing their service, etc., across the world. And what they found was that it was worth doing it whilst actually the costs were so low, even though there may have been a few complaints. But now, because of the growth of pay in India, the cost saving that they were making is getting smaller. And when you look at the number of complaints, it just made sense to bring the jobs back to UK.
Do you think other banks will follow suit?
Well, a number of them have actually followed suit already, and indeed a number of organisations that do provide service to people online for internet sales and that sort of thing. The interesting thing, though, however, is that there is a reverse trend, which is that certain institutions are moving administrative services from UK out to India, where those services do not require those people to actually speak to customers. So the concept that actually now all of those jobs that went to India are coming back to UK is not quite right, because there are a few that are going out to India as those jobs come back.
Just very briefly, do complaints about call centres top the list of complaints with regard to banks?
Well, I think one of the problems is that we've all experienced that actually, if you don't have enough people in your call centre to answer the demands of the calls at peak times, one of the most frustrating things we can experience is that we think we're on the line listening to some unfortunate music until the end of our lives before we get a response. And when the waiting time starts going over 5-6 minutes, then your customers are starting to get annoyed, and they may look elsewhere.
Absolutely. Well, Chris Roebuck, thanks very much for talking to us about those developments. Now let's take a quick look at the markets that